The winter of 1925 settled quietly over White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Snow covered rough wooden houses like a fragile blanket. The town was divided not only by streets, but by invisible walls. On one side lived white families, on the other, black families. In a modest wooden house at the edge of town, a baby girl was born. Her name was Kathrin. No one outside the family noticed her birth. The world did not tremble, the sky did not change color, and history did not pause. Yet the quiet child who slept beside a small coal stove would one day hold the mathematics that guided rockets toward the stars. But her story would not be a simple triumph. It would be a tragedy written in silence. From the moment Kathrin learned to speak, numbers seemed to follow her. She counted everything. The wooden steps leading to the front door, the buttons on her mother's coat, the rhythm of raindrops tapping on the window. Her mother once found her sitting on the floor with a piece of chalk, filling the wooden boards with strange patterns. "Kathrin, what are you doing?" her mother asked. The little girl looked up calmly. "I'm counting the wind." Her mother smiled gently, thinking it was a child's imagination, but Kathrin wasn't imagining. She had noticed that the wind shook the branches at steady intervals, almost like a hidden equation moving through the air. Her father watched quietly from the doorway. He did not fully understand mathematics, but he understood something else. The world could be cruel to children who were different, and Kathrin was very different. Education in those years was limited for black children. The small segregated schoolhouse had old desks, worn books. Teachers struggled to give their students opportunities the world denied them, yet Kathrin learned faster than anyone expected. By the time she was 8, she solved arithmetic problems meant for teenagers. Teachers whispered about her talent. One afternoon, the principal called her parents to the school. "She is extraordinary," the principal said. Her father shifted uncomfortably in his chair. "Is that good news?" "Yes," the principal replied. "But it also means this school cannot teach her much longer." The nearest advanced school for black students was more than 100 miles away. It meant the family would have to move. For many families, such a decision would be impossible. But Kathrin's father made a choice that would change their lives forever. "We'll move," he said quietly. The new town was larger but colder in spirit. Segregation followed them everywhere. Separate schools, separate libraries, separate water fountains. Kathrin noticed the signs for the first time, colored, white only. She stared at the words, confused. Numbers had always been fair. 2 + 2 was always 4, no matter who wrote it. But the world of people had strange rules. At school, she kept her head down and worked harder than anyone else. Her teachers soon realized they had never seen a student like her. One mathematics teacher once stayed after class just to watch her solve equations. "How do you do that so quickly?" he asked. Kathrin shrugged. "The numbers tell me where they want to go." At the age of 14, Kathrin entered West Virginia State College. Most of the students were adults. Many stared at the young girl walking nervously through the campus with a stack of books nearly as tall as her. Some laughed, but one professor did not laugh. His name was William Waldron Schaeffelin Claytor Jr. He was one of the few black mathematicians in the United States with a doctorate. After reviewing Kathrin's work, he called her into his office. "Do you know what mathematics is?" he asked. "It's the language of the universe," she replied. Professor Claytor smiled slowly. "Yes," he said. "And you speak it better than most." Recognizing her rare ability, he created special classes just for her. Advanced geometry, analytical mathematics, equations that described curves, motion, and gravity. Kathrin thrived, yet something inside her remained restless. She was studying the mathematics of movement objects traveling through space, but she had nowhere to apply it, at least not yet. The world outside the campus was changing. After World War II, technology accelerated rapidly. Nations dreamed of rockets capable of leaving Earth's atmosphere. In America, engineers worked quietly within an organization called the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics. Their research center at Langley studied flight aerodynamics and the mathematics of space travel. But women rarely worked there. Black women even less. For Kathrin, such a place might as well have been another planet. So after graduation, she chose the most practical path available. She became a teacher. Teaching mathematics to children should have been satisfying. Yet every time Kathrin wrote equations on the chalkboard, a strange sadness filled her. These equations described motion, velocity, trajectories, the paths objects took through space, but she was explaining them inside a small classroom with dusty windows. Years passed. Marriage, children, responsibility. Her dreams of exploring the mathematics of the cosmos slowly faded like chalk washed from a blackboard until one unexpected letter arrived. It came from a cousin who worked in Virginia. Inside the letter was a newspaper clipping. The article described a government laboratory hiring mathematicians, especially women, capable of performing complex calculations. The organization was still National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics. At the bottom of the article was a phrase that caught Kathrin's attention: women mathematicians needed for aeronautical research. She stared at the clipping for a long time. Her husband noticed the expression on her face. "What is it?" "I think the sky might finally be calling." In 1953, Kathrin traveled to Virginia. The research center looked like a small city of laboratories and wind tunnels. But the welcome was not warm. Black women were placed in a separate computing unit. They were called human computers. Rows of desks filled with women performing endless calculations by hand. The room was known as the West Area Computing Unit. Many people in the main engineering departments barely acknowledged their existence. Yet Kathrin quickly proved herself indispensable. Her calculations were faster, more precise, more elegant. Engineers who initially ignored her began quietly requesting her help. Still, she was rarely invited to meetings where decisions were made. Her equations guided research, but her voice remained unheard. Then, in 1957, the world changed overnight. The Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1 into orbit. For the first time in human history, an artificial object circled Earth. America panicked. If the Soviets could launch satellites, they might also launch weapons. The United States responded by transforming NACA into a new agency. Its name would become legendary: NASA. Suddenly, the race to space had begun, and hidden among hundreds of scientists was a quiet mathematician whose calculations could determine whether astronauts lived or died: Kathrin Johnson. The irony of Kathrin's life grew sharper each day. She was helping humanity reach the stars. Yet many colleagues still refused to share a coffee table with her. Some reports excluded her name entirely. Some meetings happened behind doors she was not allowed to enter. And yet, when the equations became too complex, when the trajectory of a spacecraft threatened to fail, engineers would quietly walk to her desk. "Kathrin, could you check this?" She always did, because the numbers mattered more to her than recognition. But deep inside, the silence around her achievements began to feel like gravity pulling on her heart. She was calculating the future of spaceflight, yet history might never know her name, and this was only the beginning of the tragedy.